Hi, Probier TV is still on the road in the Wroclaw Beer Festival, and with me is Jerry from Brokreacja.
Brokreacja, hello.
Hey, Brokreacja, what does it mean in English?
It's connection between brewery and creation.
So you create new beer styles, classic beer styles. What are your beers like that you do?
Everything styles. So we've got a classical like Pils or Hefeweizen, but we would like to create a new kind of styles. So, for example, the whiskey rye porter with the peated malt and barrel aged with the Wrocław barrel, the first Wrocław barrel in Poland. So we create the new styles, new kind of beers in the Poland area.
So more or less you try to cover every taste.
Not exactly.
Okay.
The complex of the taste is our goal.
Okay. So you make the classic beer styles, like do you do a Pilsner, for example?
Yes, exactly. We've got the Pilsner, the teacher it's called. Would you like to try it?
I tried afterwards.
Okay.
I have another beer in mind that I would like to try. But you have a perfect artwork. I love your labels.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a nice way to attract people to your beer. What's the idea behind your artwork? You have certain professions that you choose for your beers.
Our co-owner is also graphist.
Okay.
But he's very interested in the psychology. So his graphics is not also very pretty like a graphics, but it's a psychological portrait on this graphist.
I choose the Alchemist to try today, and you see the label, and I will show you some of the labels later on during the video. What's the Alchemist? It's an American IPA.
American IPA, classical American IPA with the hops like Citra, Cascade, Mosaic, and Amarillo,
Okay.
Wario. Not so bitter, a little bit sweet, but very complex in aromas and taste.
Before we open the bottle, how did you start brewing? Did you start as home brewers or?
Exactly. Our CEO and the owner, he was the homebrewer from 2011.
Okay.
So he has very much experience, but also the other owners of the brewery was the homebrewers, because nowadays we do not have time for brewing in our homes.
But how long are you brewing professional now? How long are you in the market?
2 years.
Okay.
2 years ago in June 2015 we started.
Okay, so I'm curious about the Alchemist. Let's open it.
Okay.
American IPA with the hops you mentioned. I can imagine a little bit about the aroma.
Help yourself.
Wow, that's quite unusual color for an American IPA. It's very, very orange, like reddish amber color. Wow.
It comes from a little bit Monarch malt.
Ah, okay.
And this is the way. We've got two classical IPAs in our offer. One of them is the Alchemist, and the second of them is the Butcher. This is the red IPA, which is more bitter, more I could say piney, but because this one for me it's more I could say juicy, fruity.
It is, yeah. It's a very fruity one.
Yeah.
It's a very fruity one, and it had a lot of citrusy grapefruit in the aroma. Lots of sweetness, not too intense, but still.
That is the point. That was our goal.
I dive into this one.
Help yourself. Cheers.
Wow. It's not too bitter. What's the IBU on this one? Did you? Is it right?
85 IBUs.
85.
Exactly.
Blame me. I would. Wow.
But it's not very strong. From 16 plateaus, we have 6.4 alcohol. So it's not very strong. A little bit sugar left on this beer. So,
but to be honest, if I would have read the label before and somebody approaches me and saying, "Oh, we have a 6.4 ABV alcohol beer and 85% IBU," I would expect a really, really strong bitter beer, and this one is so well balanced. The sweetness matches perfectly with obviously the bitterness. So it's not as bitter as I would have expected it with the pure number of 85 IBU.
Our goal is to create a beer which is complex and balanced. I think this
Wow.
is the most art in a beer, make it balanced and very complex beers.
And you have a very complex palate. It's so smooth on the tongue. The carbonation is so smooth. I really love it. I didn't expect it to be that good, to be honest. This is not because you're standing close to me, but if you ever come to Poland, if you ever have the chance to catch a beer from Brokreacja, try the Alchemist 85 IBU. Let's give this beer a rating. For probier.at, it's 4.5%, 4.5 points out of 5 for the Alchemist by Brokreacja. Thank you very much, Jerry, for joining me.
Cheers.
And I wish you all the best for your brewery, and hope to see you next year here on the Wroclaw Beer
Hope
Festival.
to see you.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. Cheers.
Oop.